Still Bruce's birthday? I got time to talk about this. 2 weeks ago, I made a video talking about how Bruce Campbell was in a Zorro-like show called Jack of All Trades, and you can't find it anywhere except for my favorite website, Soap Today, the one that I use that I mentioned in a video like a couple days ago or whatever. Anyways, in that video, I mentioned that Bruce Campbell played a cowboy in The Adventures of Brisco County Jr. Well, I'm making a video about it because I might as well. Now, Wikipedia gave me a shit ton of information that I didn't want. A lot. Oh my Jesus Christ, that is a lot of info. That is 3 whole paragraphs of info. So we're just gonna get into the background and synopsis and make our way through there. So, The Adventures of Brisco County Jr., or also known as Brisco or Brisco County, hey man, good nickname, is set in a fictional American Old West of 1893. Robber barons control the financial and industrial interests of the West from the boardrooms of San Francisco's Westfield Club. The famous U.S. Marshal Brisco County Sr., which is, that's Brisco County's dad, who's played by R. Lee Emery, which you might know him from that Arby movie, but I know him from Willard, the remake. Good remake. Has apprehended a gang of outlaws and its leader, the notorious John Billy, B-L-Y, whatever. While transporting them to stand trial, County is murdered and the gang escapes. Oh no! Brisco lost his dad. Aw, shit. Damn it. When will they learn? You don't kill the main character's dad. It sets up bad things to happen. Meanwhile, in a nearby mine, a group of shackled Chinese workers unearths the Orb, a large golden globe studded with rods. What?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
A worker draws one of the rods from out of the orb, then touches several of his co-workers with it. As each worker is touched with the rod, he is imbued with superhuman strength, which they use to break the iron chains binding them, thus freeing themselves. The murder of Brisco County Sr. and the discovery of the orb set into motion the major plots of the series. Alright, I can't get into the synopsis yet. I need to know. What the fuck? I watched it, like, a little bit of the pilot, and I don't remember seeing any of this shit. Do I need to finish the pilot? Have I missed something? I need to finish the pilot. On to the synopsis. Oh my god, this is long. Whatever, it's not that long. It's not too long. It's like 3 paragraphs. Whatever. Members of the Westerfield Club hire Brisco County Jr., the son of the slain U.S. Marshal, to track and recapture Billy. I'm gonna call him Billy from now on, and his gang. The Westerfield Club's timid lawyer, Socrates Poole, relays instructions and financial support to Brisco. Another bounty hunter, Lord Bowler, whatever, who is known for his expert tracking skills, also hopes to capture Billy. Bitter over the elder county's fame, Bowler treats Brisco as a rival. The two men often find themselves reluctantly joining forces to achieve a common goal. Later in the series, Brisco and Bowler work together as partners and friends, and then probably start making out. No. This is well, a lot of cowboys were gay back then. Anyone seen Brokeback Mountain? Does that even count? Whatever. In the pilot episode, Brisco tracks John Billy's second-in-command, Big Smith. These names are stupid. In a battle on a train car, Brisco knocks Smith off the train and into a river. He is assumed dead until he reappears later in the series. Oh man, you know what they say. If you don't see a body, they're not dead. Brisco, Bowler, and Socrates hunt the rest of Billy's gang. Bowler. Whatever. In subsequent episodes. All 10 of the gang members are captured or killed, and Brisco's pursuit of Billy, who is seeking the orb for its supernatural power, frequently puts him into contact with the object. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm losing my place. Each encounter with the orb reveals a fantastic effect on people who use it. In the episode The Orb Scholar, Billy shoots Brisco and leaves him to die. Professor Ogden Coles, these names! A scientist who studies the orb heals Brisco with a device. Oh my god, there's supernatural shit in this episode. I mean, this show in general. In the episode by Billy, it is revealed that Billy is a fugitive from the distant future who has traveled to the 1800s to steal the orb. I just took a little break to really gather my thoughts here about what the fuck this show is. Anyways, conception and development. In 1989, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, my favorite Indiana Jones movie, and yes, it's because River Phoenix is in it, was released in the cinemas. It was a commercial success because it's an Indiana Jones movie. And honestly, Indiana Jones should have ended there, but who am I to say anything, really? Blah, blah, blah. Anyways, so basically in a nutshell, the people who wrote the Indiana Jones movie also helped out with Lethal Weapon 2 and 3, and they wanted to work on a show that was kind of like Lethal Weapon and Indiana Jones. It's kind of strange. They also didn't intend for the show to be historically accurate, so it's cool. I mean, when you have aliens and shit. Their aim was to create an action adventure with a modern feel. Again, futuristic shit. That's one of the creators. Coos told USA Today, "We're not approaching this show as if we're doing a period piece. We see it as a contemporary program. Our characters just happen to be living in the West with 1990 sensibilities. The Indiana Jones movies were period pieces too, but you never thought of them that way. Anachronisms and pop culture references were intentionally inserted into this series. The show is intended to be family-friendly, so violence was minimalized in favor of having Brisco think his way out of dangerous situations," Bohm said. In the 2-hour pilot, Brisco doesn't even once have to shoot his gun. The man was almost hung. Kid-friendly, am I right? Our violence is cartoonish. There is no pain and suffering. Bruce Campbell was prominently featured in advertisements, billboards, and even a trailer shown in movie theaters. Well, that's because it's Bruce Campbell, and he's pretty fucking cool. When the series was being promoted in the summer of 1993, Fox Entertainment chief Sandy Gushrow said that if Campbell isn't the next big television star, I'll eat my disc. Oh my god, Jesus Christ. Calm down, man. You don't gotta be that way. I mean, the show did okay. Got canceled. We'll get into that later. I mean, that's how I feel about Bruce Campbell. I love that man so much I probably would eat a desk for him. Get some wood chips stuck in there. I'll do it, bro. Now, I know what you're thinking. Amy, this show actually sounds pretty good. Why did it even get canceled? Well, let me explain. As the season progressed, the ratings declined, greatly hurting the show's chances of being renewed. Writer John McNamara partially blamed Brisco's low ratings on its Friday 8 o'clock p.m. time slot. He said not many people watch television at the time. Well, he's not wrong. So fighting for numbers then was like being stuck on Normandy Beach. Groschow acknowledged the high quality of the show and the vocal support from its small fan base. Obviously, the viewers are very passionate about the show, and when you read some of the things they have to say, it gives you a real pause, Groschow told USA Today in 1994. By May of that year, Groschow said renewing Brisco was a 50-50 call. At the end of its season, Brisco was one of the lowest rated shows of the year, and Fox confirmed its cancellation in June. And the thing is, the writers were planning for another season even before the show got canceled. They didn't have a definitive ending for they had not, so it says here, they had not penned the ending of the first season as the finale for the series, and had broad ideas for a second season, which would have featured Brisco settling in as the sheriff of a small town. In his autobiography, Bruce mused, to explain why a TV show is canceled is almost impossible. Ironically, Brisco, with its off-kilter humor, wouldn't have been developed on any other network, yet the appeal of westerns it was still rule, not the side Fox's urban bread was buttered on. Bruce, you literally explained in my last video why Evil Dead Ash vs. Evil Dead got canceled. Makes sense, my man! Writer and supervising producer Brad Kern reflected on the show's cancellation, saying, 10 years later, everybody you talk to, they all love the show. I think that was the biggest disappointment about the show not coming back. We knew we were doing something special. Told of the show's success in the TV guide Save Our Shoals poll, Sandy Grushaw said, obviously I'm happy and not entirely surprised, but added, you can't dismiss a season's worth of ratings. Kim Manners, director on nearly a third of the Brisco episodes, said working on the series gave him an opportunity to grow creatively. He told writer Joe Nazaro, it really woke me up as director, almost spiritually, and that directing for Brisco was a large contributing factor to his success as a regular director on The X-Files, Manners said. When they didn't give it a second year, I was devastated, adding that he wished Hughes would have made a feature film based on Brisco. That's what I was gonna say. Maybe there's a chance to bring back the show by making a movie, but hey, man, Bruce Campbell's old. You want to see an old man running around as a cowboy? Besides Indiana Jones, of course. Considering the show's short life, Coos later commented, if the show could have survived into a second season, I think it could have ended up running for actually a long time. Some shows just sort of fall through the cracks in the right way, and they kind of stay on the air long enough to aggregate an audience. I think if circumstances had been different, Brisco could have had a much longer life. Coos also said the Friday night time slot hurt Brisco's chances of building an audience, saying, we were on at 8 p.m. on Friday night, which is sort of a death slot. I mean, people do still go bowling. Few shows have succeeded in that slot. I was gonna mention that ER is a doctor show, and they ran for like, not the insurance, bro. I meant the freaking show. ER ran for like 15 seasons. The first episode of ER was like literally man, I can't just point out though. So the first episode was in 1994. ER ended their show in 2009. I was still a child when they ended ER. That's how long ER ran for, because it was good. Kind of like House, but House came out the year I was born. So like, and to be fair, House only ran for 8 seasons, but that's because hey man, you gotta stop at some point. But ER is different because they had different doctors. They had a bunch of doctors to focus on. Not like Grey's Anatomy where they're fucking clapping cheeks every single goddamn minute. So, when the pilot first came out in July 1993, it was 2 hours long and screamed for television critics in Los Angeles. The initial critical reaction to the pilot was positive and focused on the humor and the science fiction plot points. USA Today's Matt Roush enjoyed the campy humor and the cast of the show, saying it worked in many levels and would please all but the family Kermageddon. That's a weird word. I don't know what the fuck that was. Calling Brisco one of the best shows of the fall season, Jennifer Stevenson of the St. Petersburg Times praised the show's intelligent satirical asides. Kay Gardella wrote in the New York Daily News that the pilot set itself apart from the others of genre with its humorous script and slight gags. The LA Times called Brisco's gratifying nonsense and praised Bruce Campbell and the supporting cast for supplying humor without going over the top, because Bruce Campbell is the GOAT!
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Some critics, such as Walter Goodman of the New York Times and David Hiltbrand of People, found the supporting characters weakly cast and not as strong as Campbell in the lead. Again, because Bruce Campbell carries shows on his back. His back hurts from carrying Evil Dead on there, you know? Other reviewers, see, I was going to make a dirty joke, but I'm not in the mood for that right now. I'm not going to do it. Other reviewers praised the overall look of the show, such as Todd Everett of Variety, who proved of the strong comic book visual style and the pilot's high production values. Writing in the Washington Post, Tom Shells said that the pilot's production was more movie-like than series-like. I mean, if we really think about it, I'm gonna stop reading all this shit because I'm done. If we really think about it, Brisco could have been a movie. But then again, considering the fact that the pilot was like 2 hours, and if you watched the pilot, you would have been like, oh man, I want more. I think it's better that it was a show, but it could have gotten a movie after the first season. You know, really wrap things up. You know, but that's just me. Dang it, it's that midnight. It's midnight. It's not Bruce's birthday anymore. Oh, I failed you, Bruce. I failed you. Anyways, post-cancellation of Brisco. Writing in People magazine in 1995, Craig Tomashoff, I don't know last names no more, said the cancellation of Brisco was one of the tragedies going into the TV season from 1994 to 1995. That's how long it lasted? Damn. Sheesh. Apparently there's a DVD of the show, but I wouldn't know. I used Hope Today to watch it. Anyways, what I wanted to really look at though was how in 2018, in an interview with Houston Chronicle, Bruce voiced an interest in reviving the series and said he would be willing to do a Brisco Revisited. So, movie? Maybe. Show? No. Ash vs. Evil Dead has proved to us that, I mean, you just can't. I mean, if they do a movie, I wouldn't mind if they maybe used Q from Impractical Jokers somehow, because he kind of looks like Bruce, and I think Bruce just really enjoyed torturing the shit out of him. Though I think Q just liked being tortured by his hero, so you sick fuck.
We have an Evil Dead inspired punishment for Q.
Why do you gotta go and ruin something that I love so much with this?
Stop popping. Stop popping down there, you weirdo. Sorry, it's my wires or something. Anyways, thank you for watching. Happy late birthday, Bruce. I was trying to upload this on your birthday. I failed. I'm sorry. Next videos, cartoon, and more Bruce Campbell.